Hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday, happy Labor Day, happy September. Happy just being alive and being able to enjoy a day with your family, right? Just happy self-care day. Some of y'all might be taking time out for yourself, and I really do hope that each and every one of you is doing something incredible for your mind, body, and soul. I know I try to do something every single day for my mind, body, and soul. And so I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the administrators of the group just welcoming me in and allowing me to do this live training for you guys. This is something that I do consistently for the people that are inside of my communities. All right, Author Black Queen is watching. Hello, beautiful queen. Do I need to do anything or are we good? Hello, Brittany Thompson. Welcome, beautiful queen. Give me a heads up if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, if everything is popping, if everything is sparkling. Can you see all of my bling bling? Because I did, a lot of preparation for you guys, and I made sure that the information I'm providing tonight is going to be powerful for you. I wanted to show up powerful for you because I know that if you take this information that I'm giving you, you can make a huge transformation in your life, in your business, and in your finances. And so I want to make sure that everything sounds good and looks good and is good. So I see that you are Author Black Queen is in here. Brittany Thompson is in here. Rita Latrail is in here. Drop an emoji and let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Daisy Marie Butcher is up in the house. Welcome, beautiful queen. I'm so glad to see you here this evening. So grateful and blessed and happy to have this opportunity to speak before you tonight. I know that it is a beautiful holiday. I know that you probably have to go to work tomorrow, so I am not going to keep you up all night. I'm going to get straight into the content so that you can get everything that you need to be successful in your authorship life, right? Once you become an author, man, there's no going back. Once you go author, ain't no going back. So I definitely want to give you the opportunity to really take in this moment. Erica's in the house. What's up, Erica Acosta? Thank you so much for being in here. Jewel, welcome in here, Jewel, beautiful queen. So glad that you're in here. Drop an emoji for me that you can hear me really well, because I'm getting ready to just be fire. And when I get ready to get to fire, I don't stop. I go really, really fast like a Mack truck. So the thing that I would not want to happen is for me to sit in here and teach, and then you can't hear me. I've done that before. Who's in the house? Jasmine Torian is up in the building. Welcome, 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 queen. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you so much for just being here and being a part of this community. Thank you, Ayana Mason. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys, because you know what? This is one of the spaces. This is a very special space. It's a space for Black women to celebrate each other and ourselves. It's a space where we can feel safe to be expressive, and we can just be our full-bodied, curvaceous, beautiful selves. We can be queens. We can straighten each other's crowns, and we can just be who we want to be, right? Black Literature Market is watching. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being in here. I'm still waiting for somebody to give me a thumbs up that says that you can hear me. I just want to make sure you can hear me before I get straight into this content, because I know that social media technology gets a little bit, tricky sometimes. But I've already tested everything out on my end. We are ready to go over here. So as soon as I get a thumbs up from you that you can hear me, I'm going to just blast off because I have so much information for you guys. It's just amazing. Latoya Parker is up in the space. Welcome, beautiful queen. I'm so glad that you are here. Give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear me. I want to just make sure that you are able to hear me. All right. I don't see anyone with a thumbs up, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And how about this? If you cannot hear me, I want you to definitely put something that says, hey, I cannot hear you. That way I can fix that problem if it's something on my end. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's beyond time, right? My name is Latasha L.T. Jimerson. I'm an author, teacher, book coach, book promoter, and motivational speaker. I love talking about books. Books is my life. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I am the CEO and founder of LT's Coaching and Educational Services. I specifically work with educators and help them become authors so that they can expand their reach, right? I spent 18 years as a classroom teacher. So hello, lovely Washington. Welcome to the space. I am a high school history teacher by trade. I also taught English for years. Charmaine Wynn, you're in the house. Welcome to the space, beautiful queen. I'm so glad to see you here. I also taught, in addition to history, in addition to English, I also taught psychology and finance. All of those subjects come together with what I do in my daily practice. Belinda's in the house. Welcome, Belinda. And Remy Sanders, welcome to the house. I'm so glad that you're up in here. Welcome. This is a space for you. This training is for you, and you're going to get a lot out of this. Make sure that you grab a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to be taking a lot of notes. Like I said, by trade, I am a high school history teacher. So I've been teaching for 18 years. I have been reading since I was about 3 years old, and I've been writing in a journal since I was 12. I started very, very early entering poetry competitions, writing competitions. Every essay that I ever wrote to get money for college, I was able to get because my essays were on point. Writing has always been something that I've loved to do. Reading has always been something that I've loved to do. So as an author, book coach, and publisher, all of the things that I've ever studied in school have come together for this very moment. And so for those of you out there that are like, man, I'm not sure, you're kind of like still on the fence. I don't know if I really want to become an author. I don't know if I have what it takes. Like, I don't even know if my ideas are good. I didn't really do that well in English. That's okay. That is okay. You can still become a successful author whether or not you did well in school. That is okay. All right. Who's up in here? Jacqueline is here. Risha Smith is here. Welcome to the space. I'm so glad to see you. Welcome, welcome. Make sure that you have your notepad and make sure that you have a piece of paper because we're going to be taking a lot of notes. All right. So a little bit more about me. I am a 2-time best-selling author. I have published 8 of my own books on my own. I have been a part of 2 book collaborations with other authors and other public speakers. I have been coaching authors since 2018. And what I tell my authors that come through my coaching program is that I am not going to allow you to make the same mistake that I made when I was pregnant for 12 years with my first book. It took me 12 years to publish my first book. I don't want that to happen to you. That is why I do what I do, because I don't want you to waste time. I don't want you to waste money, and I don't want you to waste energy. I want you to get it done. So that's why I call this Get Published. We're going to get through these excuses. There's 10 of them. We're going to eliminate them, and you're not ever going to think about them again after tonight. All right? Who's in here? Jill, welcome. Chantel, welcome. Leslie McDonald, Rose, welcome. I'm so glad that you're in here. Thank you so much for your time and attention. You could be anywhere tonight, and you are here learning from me. So I so appreciate that. In addition to teaching high school, I also have created multiple online courses. And I have so many digital products. It's not even funny. I started creating digital products for Teacher Pay Teacher. And when I realized that people actually liked what I was sharing, I realized that, you know what? I really need to pursue publishing as a career. So many of you may not pursue publishing as a career, but I want you to pursue publishing your book as though your career depends on it, because it does. Your credibility and your trustworthiness is going to be wrapped up in the value of your book. So pay close attention, take a lot of notes tonight, because I'm going to be sharing things with you that are going to be very impactful for your career, your business, your life, and your finances. And I know you want something to change in your finances. And that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you, because that's what I help people do in my courses. So welcome, Trina, and welcome, Jill. Sit back, get comfortable, get your water. I'm going to take a drink before I get into these excuses. I got some excuses for y'all. There are a ton of excuses that people use to not be published. I'm going to break through, and I'm going to help you destroy these excuses tonight. There's 10 of them. I don't ever want you to dwell on these anymore in your life, okay? We're going to go through them. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to break them down. I'm going to share with you how and why they come up when they do. And I'm going to share with you how to get rid of the excuses and get into the publishing. All right. So, like I said, I help people get their books done. I help them get their books done fast, right? I help people, get books done in 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. There's a group of authors that I helped get a book done in 5 days. So I'm going to be sharing with you how this happens, because once it happens very quickly. Right? Once you get into the groove and you publish the first one, then it becomes very easy for you to do the next one. So there's hope for you, right? If you haven't published your first book yet, there is hope for you. Okay? There is hope for you. Now, I want to give you a little bit of more information about me, because I want you to know who you're learning from, and I want you to know what my credentials are, because, you know, when you take a class or you're learning from someone, you really need to know who they are, what they do, because you want to know that the information is credible. So, like I said, I'm a classroom teacher by trade. I've published 8 books of my own. I've been a part of 2 collaborations, one with a group of teachers, the other one with a group of public speakers. I have 4 college degrees. So those of you that are college educated out there, drop a happy face, because it is not easy. I have an associate's degree in criminal justice. I have a bachelor's degree in history. I have a master's degree in education, and I have a teaching credential for the state of California for grade levels 7 through 12. And that is a whole nother degree within itself. So not only do I have experience with publishing books, but I also have experience inside of the classroom with teaching. And I also have an immense amount of skills, and I'm highly educated. And so I wanted you to know that, not to impress you, but like Les Brown says, to impress upon you that you can do anything that you want to do if you put your mind to it, right? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And once you accomplish one goal, it's easy to accomplish another one. So let's get into this. Like I said, 2 of my books were bestseller on Amazon within the same month. and that was in 2021. I had a book go #1 under the new releases in February 2021, and then I had another book go bestseller in the new releases within 24 hours in March 2021. And each of those books fell under different categories. So the first one in February 2021 was a book called Visibility that I wrote with other public speakers. 25 public speakers talking about how to be successful, how to get paid to be on stage, and how to sell from the stage. That book is under business and personal development. Why do I tell you this? Because your category is very important. You can go bestseller in multiple categories. I'm not going to dig deep into that tonight, but that is something that I want you to be aware of because your category is extremely important. Your category is connected to your genre. Hey, Chandra, welcome. Hello, Rosalind Marie, and welcome Liz Bullard to the space. I'm so glad to have you in here. The other book that went bestseller on Amazon, I'm very proud to say, it was with me and a group of 8 other teachers. And that book is in the category of juvenile nonfiction. And it went #1 within 24 hours on Amazon in the month of March of 2021. Why do I tell you that I'm a 2-time best-selling author? Why do I tell you that I've been a part of book collaborations? Why am I telling you that I've published 8 of my own books? So that you know that if I can do it, you can do it. If it's possible for me, it's absolutely possible for you. How do you know? Because I'm here and I can support you, right? This is what I do. This is my full-time job. This is what I do all day. I teach, I coach, I write, and I speak. This is my dream. This is my purpose, and it's the love of my life. So for those of you that are doing things that you don't want to do, you've got multiple side hustles and multiple jobs, I'm here to let you know I'm living proof that you can be a full-time author and get paid to do what you love to do all day long and twice on Sunday and 3 times on Monday. Okay? I want you to know that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it because it is the truth. It is my truth. And it's going to be your truth if that's what you put in your mind and out into the world to accomplish. Okay? All right. Let me get into, before I talk about the 10 excuses that we're going to eliminate, let me talk to you a little bit about my core beliefs. We all have core beliefs. And based on your core beliefs, that is how your life is going to turn out. Whatever you believe to be true is true to you. I'll say that again for the people in the back. Whatever you believe to be true is true for you. Okay, so these are my core beliefs. My first core belief, #1, is that every human on earth needs to have a book. Every human on earth needs to publish a book as a practice because publishing is a skill set, right? I told you I taught English and I taught history in the classroom for 18 years. What we are supposed to be doing with our young people is giving them skills to pay their bills. Okay? Skills to pay their bills. And they could help pay their mama's bills if they want to pay those bills too. But no child should be leaving high school without having the skills to be able to take care of themselves. So my core belief as a teacher and as a publisher and as an author is that every human being on this planet needs to publish a book. And I won't rest until that is true. Why? Because a book is a product. Your book is a resume. Your book is a portfolio. Your book is an audition. Your book is an interview. There are places that you will be able to work because somebody saw your book. Do you realize that? There are places that you will be able to speak because somebody saw your book, right? Thank you so much, Sonora, right? Thank you so much, Jasmine, for being in the room. Cynthia, welcome into the room. I appreciate you being here. You could be anywhere on this Labor Day weekend, but you are here for yourself learning this information, and I'm so proud of you. Welcome. All right. So that's my first core belief. Every human being should be producing at least one book as a skill to learn how to do it. I was inspired by my fourth grade daughter. When she was in fourth grade, she was 9 years old, and her teacher told her that she was going to become an author. I wasn't an author yet. I was still scared. I was still pregnant with my book idea and hiding behind whatever. Her teacher said, we're going to produce a book and each one of you is going to write a chapter. And that's what the kids did. They all wrote a chapter. It was a very short chapter about who they were as a human. They drew a picture, they wrote a couple paragraphs, and that was their entire chapter. Well, by the end of the year, I had in my hand a book that my daughter collaborated on with her entire fourth grade class, and that teacher made those kids become authors. I was so inspired and excited and happy as a mom, as a teacher, as a writer myself. She called me out. I was like, damn, if my daughter is 9 years old, a fourth grader, and she can write a book, I can write a book, right? And then a couple years later, my husband ended up writing a book. Well, my ex, but at the time, he ended up writing a book and he published it just by himself. And he, handed out copies to people, and it was about him being an athlete. And I was like, well, damn, if my daughter can write a book and my husband can write a book, I can write a book. But I was still too scared and I wasn't writing the book. So my core belief is that everybody can write a book. Everybody should write a book as a part of their skill set. Okay. I also believe that book products are more important than any other products because they live forever and they open up multiple streams of income for you. My book opened up multiple streams of income for me because as soon as my book was published in 2017, people started asking me to coach them. I was afraid. I said no. I didn't know what a coach was, right? But over the years, as I've developed, I've learned that coaching is something that I do naturally. It's something that is exciting for me, right? I'm the guide on the side, not the sage on the stage. I'm the guide on the side. I show the way and I let them go and they do it and I give them feedback. That's it. That's all coaching is. Well, my book opened the door for coaching for me, right? Before I had a book, before I had a coaching business, I had to publish that book. All right. So it opened an avenue for me to get paid for coaching. I also opened another door for myself to get paid for speaking. And that is an amazing, powerful journey because I talk all day. As a teacher, I talked all day. As a student, I talked all day. And so it's amazing when you get paid to do something that you love, that you would do anyway, regardless of whether you got paid. So that's another one of my core beliefs. I believe that book products are the most important products in the world because they live forever and nobody ever throws them in the trash. Well, the smart people don't, right? And they open up new streams of income for you. So that's another one of my core beliefs. My last core belief is that entrepreneurs can solve 90% of the problems that are happening in the world today. All of it. Every problem that you can list in society can be solved by entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs who are writers and who are authors and speakers. We're experts. We know what we're talking about. We know our field better than anyone else. And so if you're an entrepreneur, you're an expert in your field, you're an author, you're a speaker, you're a coach, you have the solution to most of the problems that are happening in the world. And so those are my core beliefs. Those are the things that I stand for. Those are the things that I work for every single day in my life. And I want you to think about when you're becoming an author and you're putting your message out there, what are your core beliefs, right? Do you have core beliefs? Right? Welcome, Cynthia. Welcome, Marvia. Welcome, Aisha. Poole, welcome to the room. I'm so glad that you're in here. Okay. I also have core values. So these core values are the core values of my company. They're also the core values of me as a human being. I have 3 core values. The 3 core values that I have are the things that are most important to me, the things that are most abundant in my life. And these are the things that I spend the most time thinking about. So number 1, my very first core value is energy. I respect my own energy. I make sure my energy is positive. I make sure my energy is upbeat. And I make sure my energy is peaceful. We are all responsible for our own energy. And the energy that you bring into the room is powerful because it impacts everybody else. Thank you so much for coming in, Kamitra. Thank you for coming in, Bird, Red Queen. Welcome. So glad that you are in here. You could be anywhere, but you're here, and I appreciate you, right? So my main core value is energy. Another core value of mine is time, because you can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And then my third core value is money. You cannot do anything in this world without money. So that is a trifecta for me. I honestly respect my time, I respect my energy, and I respect my money. And guess what? Those core values have brought me to where I am today, to the point where I can share my story, I can share my knowledge, and I get paid for it. And I don't have to be under anybody else's rules or authority other than God. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. So when you leave here, one of your homework assignments is to get a piece of paper, and I want you to write down your core values and your core beliefs, because the core values and the core beliefs are the things that you're going to govern your life according to. And so if you've got limiting beliefs, which we all do, if you've got negativity inside of your mind, your subconscious mind, which we all do, it's so important that you clean that up, because whatever you believe is what's going to happen in your life. All right. Welcome, Latifa. Welcome. And Sharnace. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're in here. All right. So in addition to, being a CEO and founder of my own company, I am also the author of 8 books, and my most popular book is called Your First Book Workbook. And it's literally, yes, indeed. Thank you so much for your engagement. I appreciate that, Rosalind Marie. Thank you so much. My most popular book is called Your First Book Workbook. It's on Amazon, but you can also get it on my website. And basically, I told you I was a teacher. I've been a teacher for 18 years. And the thing that I love to do is to create educational products. So my first book was a memoir. I needed to write that out. I needed to get that out for healing purposes. And once that came out, then I was able to give birth to all kinds of other book babies. And so my most popular and most expensive book, to be honest with you, is Your First Book Workbook. And I charge $100 for that book. So for those of y'all that are still charging $15 and $20, you need to raise your rates on your books, because the value of your book is the value that you place on the book. So my workbook that I charge $100 for is actually a part of my curriculum for my course. And so for people who come to me for support with books, I also encourage you, and I'm going to encourage you all tonight. If you have a book, create a workbook. If you have a workbook, create a journal. If you have a journal, create a course. Make sure that you're creating multiple products for people. Make sure that you're serving people in all the ways that they love to be served. And an online course is a beautiful complement to a book. So I want you to expand your mind and get outside of just the book. That's why I call this Get Published, because it's beyond the book. You get the book done, and then your brain automatically starts to say, what else can I do? Because you were created by a creator, and you were created by your creator for the purpose of creating. So every single day of your life, you should be creating something. And if you're not, you're dying. You're dying a very slow, painful death because you're not being creative. And that's what you were meant to do. So get your book done. I'm going to go through these excuses for you so that we can get these excuses out the way, and you will be equipped with the tools that I'm going to give you tonight to be able to get your book done fast. And when that book is done super fast, you're going to be able to move on to the rest of your life, right? There's two parts of my life. There's before the book and there's after the book, right? BB and AB, before the book and after the book. All right, you guys are talking to me. I love it. Thank you, Jill. You're a blessing. Oh, I'm so glad I'm blessing you because God is blessing me, and I love blessing back. And you are blessing me with your energy. Oh, you in your bag. Oh, I'm in my bag for sure. Thank you, Jasmine, for the love. Hello, Latanya Broomfield. Welcome to the space. Hello, author Tam. What's up? I love how you just came straight in the gate. Just all of a sudden. Hey, hello. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. I love it. She's like, I'm up in here. I'm up in here. Brittany is up in here. Love the energy. Yes, ma'am. I love the energy. It's beautiful. I love it. Author Nicole Smith, absolutely. Get everybody in the room tonight. Get everybody, because I know y'all got to go to work tomorrow. So a part of my mission is to help people to focus on their book so that while they're doing that 9-to-5 job that they hate, you're okay with it because you know that better things are coming. You're working on something. See, if you're not working on nothing, then you're angry to go to work. But when you're working on something, you're excited to go to work because you know there's a reason for you to be there and there's a timetable on that, right? Hope Harmon, welcome, Hope. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Yes, say that. Yes. I want you to go to work tomorrow energized and excited. I want you to have a pep in your step, and I want you to be skipping down the yellow brick road because guess what? You're going to work because you got to pay your bills. So go ahead and pay your bills. But on the side, I want you to be working on your book. So at some point, your book will turn into your main squeeze, right? Put the timetable on it. Truth. Give yourself a 5-year exit strategy. That's what I did when I was a teacher. I gave myself a 5-year exit strategy. And I counted down to my 5-year retirement for myself. I retired at 46 from teaching because I knew that I was not going to be teaching until I was 90. Hell, I don't even know if I'm going to be here when I'm 90. But guess what? I had a 5-year countdown for myself. And I do the same thing for other people that come to me. They're like, I want to get off this job. All right, let's do a 5-year plan. The last person that I did that for, she actually left teaching in 2 years instead of 5. She did better than I did. She did way better than I did. Guess why? Because she got me. I didn't have me. So I didn't know what I did. You don't know what you don't know. I didn't know what I didn't know, right? And so, yes, let's keep rolling with this. Let's hurry up and get to these excuses because I really want to break down these 10 excuses. But I also have to tell you the reason why I was pregnant for 12 years. 2005, one of my teacher friends, she said, you need to write a book because your ideas are interesting. And I was like, well, what do you mean? Like, what would I write a book about? Like, I have no freaking idea about anything to do with books. And she was like, I have a PhD. She's like, I'm published. I can help you get published. And I was like, well, what does that mean? What does it mean to be published? I don't even know the first step. And she was like, just do it. I will help you. Welcome, Hunter. I'm so glad you're in here getting these nuggets. We've been in here vibing. Right, ladies? We've been vibing. That's what I'm trying to do. 2 to 4 years. Absolutely. See, Brittany, the fact that you just stated that 2 to 4 years, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get it done. And you're going to get it done in 2 years and not 4 years because you've made a commitment to get it done. When you make a commitment and you get it done, you do it, then life happens for you. I'm writing about my life now, getting ready to publish. Thanking God. Absolutely. Thank God. My first book was about my life. I wrote a memoir. It was about my life. And I was so embarrassed about it. I didn't want people to buy it because I just didn't want people to know that I had gone through depression and I was diagnosed with bipolar. I didn't want anybody to know that. Like, me, the successful teacher who's always smiling. I'm the first one out the gate saying good morning to all the kids, and I'm at home and I'm like in the closet crying myself to sleep at night because I was in an unhappy marriage and I was so depressed because so many things happened to me as a kid. I was abused. I was molested. I was ignored. I was just pushed to the side. Like, all these things happen. All these things happen. And I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Yeah. Mental health. Like, what was that? Self-care. What was that? But I had to write about it. I had to get it out. It was eating away at my soul. It wasn't allowing me to be the teacher that I wanted to be. I wasn't being the mother that I wanted to be to my 3 daughters. See, my 3 daughters were watching me put on a show every day, dressing up real pretty, going to work, smiling, doing all the things, getting all 4 of my college degrees, getting my master's, like all the wonderful things. I was showing my daughters how to fake it. And there is a time when you do need to fake it, right? But that first book for me was precious because that was my life story. That was my life story. That was Secrets. Secrets from My Closet. That was my title. That is my title. It's still out on the market. But that was healing. I had to heal. There were so many broken pieces. I was so broken and damaged by all of the abuse that I have been through. And so that book was a way for me to overcome and to heal. And then once that came out and people started reading it and saying, oh my God, you were diagnosed with bipolar? Oh my God, me too. Oh my God, you were molested as a child twice by 2 different people in the family? Oh my God, that's me. Right? Oh my gosh, you cry yourself to sleep every night because you're in an unhappy marriage? Oh my God, that's me. Oh my gosh, like, what? Teachers were reading it. The campus supervisors at my job were reading it. The art teacher was reading it. Everybody was reading it. And in the district, they were saying, did you write a book? I literally I transferred to 2 different school sites after I wrote the book because I just wanted to see what it was like to teach at different levels. And every single school site, people were like, did you write a book? And my students were like, did you write a book? And I was like, I was hesitant because I still didn't want people to know because this is my personal life. But after a while, once it was out, I realized that's my story. I own it. That's me. It's who I am. It's a part of my identity, and I'm not going to be ashamed. I'm not going to be ashamed at all because it made me who I am today. The strong, beautiful Black woman that I am today went through all that hell. And guess what? I don't look like what I've been through. Well, we're Black queens. We don't look like what we've been through anyway. We still look 25, right? We'll be 25 for the next 40 years. Just love it and embrace it, right? So that first book set me up for the second book, which was about parenting. And then that second book set me up for my third book, which was about teaching. And then that book set me up for the next book, which is the next book and the next book. I'm an endless supply of books. I have so many books. I've created so many books. I don't even know how many books I've created at this point. I know I self-published 8 on Amazon. And I know that I co-wrote 2 with other authors. So welcome, Mar Angel. So glad that you're in this space. So glad that you're here. This is beautiful. I'm loving the engagement. Thank you so much. If you know a woman that needs to be in this space listening to this, especially a beautiful Black queen, she needs a community, get her in here. Get her in here because she needs this information to be inspired to carry with her to work tomorrow as she's going to that 9 to 5. I was going to my 9 to 5 every day. I was doing it, but I was still writing my book at the same time. Nobody knew. Hi, Tiffany Green. Welcome into the space. I was writing my book during lunch, before school, after school, in my closet when the kids were asleep, during the summer, during Thanksgiving break, Christmas break. All the other teachers were going to Cancun. They were going to spring break in Miami or wherever they were going. I was in my closet writing my freaking book, right? I was using every piece of time that I had to write my first book because I wanted to get it out. And once it came out, then I just became a publishing machine and I couldn't stop. Hey, Karen Jenkins. What's up, Natasha and Denise Hammond? Welcome to the space, beautiful queen. I'm so glad that you're in here. Thank you. The air just got fresher because you came up in here. The energy just got sweeter because you came up in here. Hey, girl. Hey. What's up? Hey, BJ Howell. Welcome to the space. I'm so excited that you're here tonight. Yes! I'm so excited you're here. Thank you so much. This is amazing. So I'm getting ready to go through these top 10 excuses why people don't get published. And I'm going to show you how to bust through. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Tony. Welcome to the space. Beautiful queen. I'm so glad that you're in here. We started a little bit late, but that's okay. We're going to keep this party rolling because I know y'all got work tomorrow. And I want to make sure that you have something to sleep and dream about as you get ready for work. I want you to wake up on the positive tomorrow and be excited. Okay? Hey, Barbara. Welcome to the space, beautiful queen. Good evening. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want you to be pregnant for 12 years like me with the same book idea. So I want you to get it out. Okay? I want you to I want you to turn this into a no excuse zone. Hashtag no excuse zone. We're getting ready to bust down on it. We're getting ready to bust down on 10 excuses. We're getting ready to get rid of them forever. Forever. We're getting rid of these excuses. Once the excuses are gone, there's nothing left but success. Okay? So after this training, you guys are going to go get published. And you're going to come back and you're going to be like, LT, guess what? I got my book done. It's out. I published it. And guess what? I'm working on book number 2. And I'll be like, yes. Or you're going to say, I'm working on a course. Or I'm working on a coaching program. Or I'm working on my signature TED Talk. Okay? Because the book is just the gateway. It's the gateway drug because success is addicting. Okay. All right. So let's get rid of these excuses. All right. I'm going to give you the top 10 excuses and get ready to take notes. Hey, Regina Willis. Welcome, beautiful queen. You came right at the right time because I'm getting ready to bust down on these excuses. Excuse number 10. I want you to write this down. Excuse number 10 is I'm too tired. Hey, Simone. I'm too tired. I don't have the energy to write a book because I'm too tired. Yes, Erica, we about to birth that baby. Oh, you've been pregnant for 6 years? Oh, girl, we about to birth that baby. Your water just broke. How about that? Latifa says, I've been working on my podcast and the course will boost me a lot. Absolutely. And make sure you get that audio book done too, because the audio book is the husband to the podcast. The audio book is the husband to the podcast. I'll let you marinate on that. Okay? All right. So I'm too tired. Get rid of this excuse. I'm too tired. Okay? What I used to do after work, after everybody went to sleep, I would go into my closet, close the door. And I would sit in there and I would write until 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I would go to bed. And then I would get up at 5 and I would go to the gym and I would take the kids to school. Okay? And then after that, I would come home, make sure everything was ready, packed up for the next day, food, lunches, all that, practice, all of that. 3 kids, 3 daughters, very busy daughters, sports, clubs, college-bound girls, okay? 3 daughters. So I was tired. You talk about tired. My eyelids were tired. You know what I did in the morning to wake myself the hell up? I didn't drink coffee at the time. I didn't drink tea. I drank water. But I would take toothpaste and I would put toothpaste in the corners of my eyes to wake the hell up because I was that damn tired. So don't ever use the excuse that you're too tired to write your book, because there's always 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning is a wonderful time to write your book because ain't nobody up. So let's get rid of number 10 right now. Okay, that's excuse number 10. You ready for 9? Put 9 down there if you ready for 9. Amen. So true. Yeah, we're not going to use tired. The tired excuse is tired. So we're going to stop using that. How about that? The tired excuse is tired. All right, 9. I hear this one all the time. Coach, I have too many ideas in my head. I have too many ideas. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know where to start. I don't know. It's just, I have 5 books. I want to do this. I want to do that. Stop it. Stop it. Get a piece of paper and write down the first idea. Okay? Tomorrow, get out a piece of paper and write down another idea. The next day, every single day, get a piece of paper and write down your ideas. That's how you get started. Okay? So don't give me this excuse. I have too many ideas. I've got too many ideas. There's so many things happening in my head. You need to stop and breathe. And you need to write some things down. And then ideas will flow to you and through you. And then you will be able to get started. Okay? Just stop, get a piece of paper, and write an idea down. That's it. Okay? So we're going to eliminate that excuse. There's no more, I have too many ideas excuse. That's idea number 9. Y'all ready for 8? Let's go to 8. Drop an 8 if you're ready for number 8. I love number 8. I used to use this one so much. It actually worked. 888. That's the number of abundance, by the way. I love it. Number 8. Work has me busy. I'm busy. Oh, they're backwards? Sorry. Well, they're forwards to me. Work has me busy. Work has me busy. I'm so busy at work. I have to go to work. I worked as a teacher for 18 years. I worked in customer service for years. I worked in retail for years. I've been working since I was 12 years old. My first job was a summer job. I was a caretaker at 12 years old. That was probably illegal, but I did it anyway because my mom was a single mom raising 3 kids and she had no money. So she would tell us, you need to go get some business for yourself during the summer. She'd be like, don't come over here asking me for no money. I don't have any. So guess what? We would go. We would get our own work, right? We would figure out what we were doing. Sell candy. Whatever. Everything, except the lemonade stand. We never tried the lemonade stand. I braided hair during the summer. Okay? So don't tell me that you're busy at work because you got to pay bills. We all have to pay bills. We all have to pay rent, mortgage, car note, student loans, all of it. So work has you busy because you just decided to be busy at work. That's on you, right? You can still get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, set your alarm, take a nap, and get up and write your book. Work is not an excuse, okay? But you also have a lunch break and you have a before work, okay? If you can spend 8 hours plus working for someone else, you can spend a couple of hours a day working for yourself. You ain't never lied. Thank you, Tony. You ain't never lied. Boom, bet right there. Okay. So can we just agree that we're going to eliminate the excuse about got to go to work? Because everybody got to go to work. But we still going to get books done. Okay. You ready for number 7? Number 7 actually is kind of legit. Sort of. Drop a 7 if you're ready for number 7. And I'm going to hold up my cards that are backwards. Because I'm a teacher. It's in my blood and that's what I do. Who's ready for 7? All right, Simone is ready for 7. Here we go. 7 is ready. Drum roll. I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed. Have you ever been overwhelmed and stressed? Like legit. Overwhelm and stress is a big one. I've been overwhelmed and stressed a lot. I mean, even from a child, overwhelmed and stressed. Erica says, I got through nursing school studying 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. That's what I'm talking about. Get her done. Hey, Amber Unique. Oh, that's beautiful. Amber Neek Lindsay. Welcome to the space, beautiful. We've all been overwhelmed and stressed because we've all had lots of things to do. And it's all about prioritizing the things that are important. Okay. And it's in I listed my core values at the beginning. One of my core values is peace of mind. So you have to figure out a way to create peace of mind for yourself. Hello, Gigi Thompson. Welcome to the space, beautiful queen. Once you create a space of peace of mind, you can get rid of this. But it's practice. You're not going to wake up one morning and be like, oh my gosh, I'm no longer overwhelmed and stressed. Life is awesome. Calgon, take me away. That's not going to work. You have to consistently, purposely, and intentionally figure out a way to prioritize your peace so that you are no longer overwhelmed and stressed. Because if you're overwhelmed and stressed and you try to write a book, your book is going to turn out looking overwhelmed and stressed. Okay? So there we go. All right, number 6. If you're ready for number 6, drop a number 6. Because we decided we're going to eliminate the overwhelm and the stress. We're just going to choose peace. Just like Regina said, peace of mind at any price. Any price. Okay? Chandra, I published 2 books this year, Overwhelmed and Stressed. They help with the overwhelm. There you go. Provide the solution. Okay. I love it. All right. Number 6. Here's one that I really, really struggled with for a long time. Okay. Number 6 says that I am depressed and I'm unmotivated. I spent years. I was diagnosed with bipolar in 2007. I spent 3 years figuring out what medication worked best for me. I spent several more years going in and out of therapy, which included group therapy, individual therapy, couples therapy. I even went into the psych ward a couple times for help. I've been depressed. I've been unmotivated. I've been unable to get out of the bed many days. And I have still pressed through with the medication, diet, exercise, lifestyle change, prioritizing peace. I was able to still push through. It's hard. It's hard as hell. Okay? It's hard, but it's possible. Okay? Hello, Donetta, lovely Elaine Williams. Welcome to the space, beautiful queen. We're talking about excuse number 6. It is a legitimate reason. Depression is a serious issue. However, If you know how to manage it, it won't take over your life. If you know how to deal with it, it won't take over your life. Okay? I have been clinically depressed for periods of 12 months at a time. When I first went in for my diagnosis, I was in denial and I was lying to my doctors and I was asking for a Band-Aid. I was asking for a number to call. Is there a number that I can call whenever I get sad? And my doctor said, what's going on? She finally got the truth out of me that I had been crying myself to sleep for about a year and that I was so just unhappy with my whole life, right? And I was stuck and I didn't know how to get out. Once she got all that truth out of me, then she said, you're clinically depressed. What are you talking about? You want a hotline to call. So depression is a serious thing. It's not like you're purposely putting yourself in depression. You're not. It happens. But I'm saying this because I lived through it. I still manage it today. I manage it through lifestyle. And I don't allow it to stop me from doing anything that I want to do. And I don't use it as an excuse. Just like if I had diabetes, if I had colon cancer, if I had whatever, I'm not going to use it as an excuse to not accomplish my dreams because God still put me here with a gift, right? I still got work to do. Okay. All right. Number 5, who's ready for excuse number 5? We're going to eliminate, these next 5 excuses. And then I'm going to show you how to get yourself published quickly so that you can move on with your life. Okay. Brittany says she's ready for number 5. All right. Latifah's ready for number 5. All right. Simone is ready. Excuse number 5 is my kids keep me busy. My kids keep me busy. Raise your hand if you have kids. Leticia Robinson, welcome to the space. So glad to have you here. Raise your hand if you have kids. You got kids? Okay. Yep. We got kids. Raise your hand or put a little picture of a little boy if you have boys. Or put a little picture of a little girl if you have girls. I have 3 girls. Mine are big kids too, but they still need you. They need you. Ooh, teenagers, 15. Ooh, 15. Yes. God bless you. Ooh, God bless you with the teenagers. The teenagers, when I taught middle school. So I had 12, 13, and 14. And then I moved up to high school because I got smart. So then I had 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19-year-olds. And I loved it. Loved it. Hey, Sasha. Yeah, so kids are amazing. Kids are a blessing. Kids are busy. Like, they have sports. They've got, college. You're helping them prepare for college. You're helping them pay for college. There's a lot. But guess what? Kids go to sleep and they take naps. It's a beautiful thing, man. Guess what? Kids also go to school. That's time for you. Kids also, if you're co-parenting effectively, kids go with their other parent. How about that? Kids spend time with their grandparents and their aunties and their uncles and their cousins. And then, she said, nope, kids don't sleep. Okay, well, y'all, that's something you're going to have to work on in your household. Because my kids were taking naps at 2, 4, 6, 8, 18. And if they weren't taking naps, I was taking the naps for them. And I would just say, go watch TV because I'm about to take a nap. So If you have kids, yes, it's difficult. My mom was a single mom. She raised three of us by herself. She always had three of everything. She had three kids. She had three jobs. And I was always the one that was helping out because I'm the oldest of three. So my mom got it done. So I had to get it done. And so I know there's lots of mothers out here who are publishing books and they're getting it done. So my kids keep me busy is a good reason not to have a book, but it's not a justification, because you can get help with those kids, especially if they have another parent in the house. Gail, Mississippi, Chatham, Rucker. What's up, Gail, aka Camille? Welcome to the space, beautiful queen. We are eliminating excuses because we know excuses are like armpits. We all have them and they stink. So we're on excuse number 5, which is my kids keep me busy, so I'm not able to write my book. There's something called babysitters and nannies. And if you have a job, save your money so you can get a good babysitter or a good nanny, and you can write your book. Thank you, Gail. I am thriving, queen, and so are you. I am ready. I'm already published, though. They don't like to sleep, kids. Don't stop me. Okay, yeah. If your kids don't sleep, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not sure, how things work over there. But my kids was taking naps consistently every day. I still take naps because my brain like really needs to be recharged as a creative. If you're a creative, you should be taking a nap at least once a week to recharge, So excuse number 5, my kids keep me busy, is not an excuse because moms still publish as well. Okay? All right. Who's ready for excuse number 4? Type 4. I sure take them naps. You ain't never lie. You better take them naps. I just got up from a nap with all 3 of them. Exactly. You see that? Simone is taking care of business. That's what I'm talking about, Simone. It's 24 hours in a day. You could take an hour nap. All right. Excuse number 4. This is actually a really good excuse. I'll listen to this excuse for a second. Okay. Excuse number 4 is my parents keep me busy. So you may be a caretaker for your parents, and that is noble. God bless you. Okay. You may be a person who goes to check on your parents often. You may live with your parents, right? You may go shopping for your parents. You may drive your parents around. God bless you. God bless you. But guess what? They have something called adult daycare. And if you have a parent that needs lots of support, you can Google support for elderly parents, and you can get the support that you need so that you can take the time out to get your book done. Because your parents want you to get your book done. If you ask them straight up, Mom and Dad, do you think I should publish this book? They're going to say, hell yeah, because you're going to make all of us rich, girl. Go get it done. And you just let them know, okay, I'm going to have to send you over here to the adult daycare so I can work on my book for an hour a day and be in the flow state. I guarantee they're going to happily go do that for you because they want you to get the book done. They don't want to impede your progress. Neither do your kids. Your kids do not want to be the reason why you don't get your book done. Your parents are the same way. They love you. They support you. They want more for you. So stop using your kids and stop using your parents as an excuse to not get your book done. We eliminating that right now. Okay? Excuse number 4 done. Let's go to 3. Y'all ready for 3? Oh, I love number 3. Woo! Number 3 is controversial. I'm going to say some things to step on your toes. Brittany's ready for number 3. All right, here we go. Cynthia's ready for number 3. Lovely is ready for number 3. Number 3, my spouse does not support me. My spouse does not support me, so I can't write my book. My spouse does not support me. I've dealt with that problem. I've had that problem. I've eliminated that problem. I no longer have that problem. Brittany said, I'm glad I'm single. LOL. The blessing of being single, Brittany, is that you're only responsible for your own energy. You have no one else's energy affecting you. You're responsible for your own energy. So number 3, my spouse does not support me is not an excuse, because your spouse has their own dreams and they're responsible for supporting themselves. And you're responsible for supporting yourself and your dreams. So, Tony says, yes, get rid of that spouse. Oh, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to step on too many toes. But there's something called couples therapy. There's something called pastor's therapy. There's something called separation, and there's something called divorce. Sometimes we stay too long and we get dragged down trying to manage other people's emotions. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right. Excuse number 2. You ready for excuse number 2? Oh, we got single ladies up in here. All the single ladies. All the single ladies. So they don't have that excuse. They don't have that problem. Amen. All right. Who's ready for number 2? Number 2. Yes. All right. Let's go. Number 2. I don't have enough time. I used to use this as an excuse. Hey. Author Jada said, hey. I don't have enough time. What do we have to say about, team divorce from abuse? Absolutely. Absolutely. Divorce from abuse. Okay. Now, tell us, how do we combat, I'm gonna let y'all help me with this presentation. How do we overcome the lie that we don't have time? How do we get over that? Because everybody talks about, I don't have enough time. I'm so busy. I'm working. I'm doing this. I'm going to school. Da 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 da. Turn that TV off. You got time. Boom. I didn't even have to say it. I didn't say it. Tony said it. Jill said, prioritize. Jada said, 24 hours in a day. You got 24 hours. Start small. Every 5 minutes adds up. Thank you. Make time. Stop waiting for the right time. You ain't never going to be walking down the street and bend over and say, hey, look, Mom, I found the time. Look, it's right here. It's been here the whole time. Like, you're never going to walk down the street and find time. So you're going to have to make time and create time in the meantime, right? No Netflix, no Hulu until your book is done. Lunch break, right? I need to take my own advice, but take social media breaks. Absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as you get off of here, because I know we're going long, but I'm almost done. I only have like 3 cards left. I promise. We're going long, but this is because I want to make sure that I impart this wisdom. So tomorrow, when you go to work, you'll still be thinking about what we just talked about. Hey, Carrie, thank you so much for joining, Carrie. I have your question on one of my cards. I'm going to answer that in just a second. So thank you for sending that question. I saw it. Regina Willis, have boundaries. Thank you. So can we just agree that we're going to eliminate this? Can we just say that right now? We're just going to, right? Right? Are we going to do that? We're going to make it rain? We're going to make it rain. We're not talking about time. Okay, let's just agree that we all have the same amount, but we don't all have the same success. Okay? Say that again for the people in the back. We all have the same amount of time, but we don't all have the same success. Okay? Will you be hosting another one soon? I'm going to tell you how you can get access to, I have multiple trainings. I'm going to tell you how you can get access to those trainings and how you can connect with me at the very end. Okay. I will eliminate it. Yeah. Eliminate that excuse. So now we've got one excuse left. Is everybody ready for the last excuse? This is the number one excuse that I hear from every single person that comes through the gates. Put one if you want to know what one is. One is just really, 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 like I hear it all the time. It's so popular. I wonder if y'all could guess what the number one excuse is to not have a book done. I wonder if y'all could guess. What do you think is the number one excuse that I hear? I get this every day, at least 3 or 4 times a day. At least 3 or 4 times a day. Of why? Coach LT, I cannot get this book done because... What do you think it is? Ha! She got it. Boom. She got it. Tanika Ward is in the building. What's up, Tanika? Welcome to the space. Excuse number one is no money. No money. I have no money. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't afford it. There's just no way. For the folks that say, I don't have any money, I don't have any money, I can't produce the book. Every single one of my books that I produced on my own, I produced them for free. Every single one of them. Okay. Now, when I started getting into collaborations and we started making our books widely available to a much bigger audience, then we started hiring editors and cover designers, and we started doing things like copywriting and trademarking and marketing and promotions and sales, and all that stuff came later. My original work that I produced by myself, my memoir, I wanted to get that out so bad because I was pregnant for 12 years and I was tired. I was so tired and so heavy. I produced that book by myself on my own for free. There are so many tools on the internet that are free 99. That money is not an excuse not to get published. Now, I will say that first book that you put out may not be the best piece of work. I will tell you right now, my first book is my worst book because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So once I figured out that I was supposed to be hiring editors, supposed to be getting this thing copywritten, supposed to be buying my own ISBN number, like I learned that as I went through the process. So get started. Just do it. Right? Just do it. Put it out. See how it goes. If it doesn't go well, you can produce it again or you can produce another book. That's the beauty of being self-published. You have the power and the control to do whatever the hell you want to. So let's get into this copyright situation because I know there's a lot of conversation going on about this copyright, about plagiarism. I am so happy and proud that you guys are asking this question because I spent years as a history English teacher, right? My history kids would get mad because they would be like, this class ain't English. Why are we writing all these essays and research papers? And one of the things that we teach in the schools, which is amazing, is that you don't plagiarize. We don't play that. You will get an F. Okay? So in the author world, if you're trying to plagiarize or if you do on a mistake, you can get sued. Okay? So in the academic world, you get an F. In the real world, you will get sued for taking someone else's ideas. So don't do it. Now, inside of my courses, I have a whole section that talks about intellectual property. I spent 1 semester in law school. I am not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV, but I have good damn common sense and I know how to read and write. And I've been doing this long enough to be able to say, if you even think that you might have accidentally taken someone else's quote, idea, song lyrics, movie lines, if you even think for a moment that you may have accidentally, take it out. Take it out. right now. If you have something that is not an original thought or an original idea that came from your mind, don't publish that work. Don't do it, because it's not worth the embarrassment. It's not worth losing credibility, and it's damn sure not worth going to court and losing your money. You can lose your house. You can lose your car. You can lose your job over stealing somebody else's ideas. Now, how do I know about all this? I studied it, I read it, and I lived it. I've had multiple people steal my content. I've had multiple people put my work on their website as though it was theirs. I'll give you a quick story. There was one woman, I was laughing so hard. When my memoir came out, my memoir is called Secrets from My Closet, Unveiling the Past in Order to Heal in the Future. I made the mistake of not getting that book copywritten and not buying my own ISBN. So my ass was flapping in the wind, to be honest. But I put it out, and guess what happened? Guess what happened? The snakes came out. It was a good book. People liked it, but it wasn't protected properly. So I found my book 2 years later on a website. An author who's not my color had put it on the website, and it was a part of her series. Now, I was laughing. I was laughing so hard because I was just a one-time author. She was a fully published, branded author who had multiple books out. And her covers were professionally designed and her books were professionally edited, and mine weren't. Mine wasn't. It was just a little memoir that I threw out. She had it on her website as a part of her secret series. And her secret series was a romance series, and mine was a memoir. I'm like, what? Now, see, thank God that I'm smart enough to Google myself. I Google myself almost every week to find out who's putting stuff on Google, right? I looked at it and I said, oh my gosh, that's mine. And what? I found out her name. I got her email. I emailed her immediately, and I put on my lawyer hat because I'm a professional writer. So I know how to write emails so that people think I'm a lawyer. And I put in there, excuse me, I am the author of this book. I published the book on Amazon in this year, and this is my work, and I need you to immediately remove my work from your website. And 24 hours later, it was removed from her website because I sent the email and I wasn't joking around. Now, if we would have went to court, I don't know what would have happened in court, because I honestly didn't have any paperwork about any copywriter. I didn't know what I was doing because I was in the beginning. But she stole my work and she almost got away with it. But I was smart enough to say, oh, hell no. I might not be richer than you. I might not be as popular as you, but you damn sure ain't gonna take my work and put it on your website as though it's yours. Oh, hell no. So she took it down, and I consistently Google my work. Hey girl, hey, Tammy Morrison up in the house. I consistently check to see what's on Google under my name, because I want to make sure that people aren't stealing my stuff. Now, that's just one example of my ideas that have been stolen. I've been inside of groups, and I've published things inside of groups, and I've had people pass it off as their own. And so what I want to say is, please, if you quote me, please quote me. Okay? If you quote me, name me, give me credit for my stuff. Okay? If you quote anybody, give them credit. There's something called a citation. Look it up. You can do citations in MLA form. You can do them in APA form. Look it up. Find out how you're supposed to do these things appropriately. Don't copy people. Okay? Don't copy people. And get your work trademarked. Get your work. If you have a brand, get your brand trademark. If you have a book, get your book copywritten. Go through the legal process to make sure that everything is protected. Yeah, and if you have permission, written permission to use someone else's work, then you can. But you know what? I'm just going to put on my teacher hat right now. And if you're wanting to quote someone and you have to, and you feel you have to, then do it, but do it the right way. But honestly, ladies, why do you feel the need to quote anyone other than yourself? If you're doing a research paper, okay, you need to have sources and all that kind of stuff. But if you're writing a memoir about yourself, why do you need to quote anyone? You're the source. You're the authority on your story. If you're an expert in your industry and you know what you've been doing, you know that you know that you know that you know, why are you quoting anyone? Why? If you're writing a novel and you have song lyrics inside the novel, why? Why are you doing that? Is it because you think that it's going to make your stuff more credible? Question that. Think about that. Your work should stand on its own merit. If you're an author, you're an authority. Take authority and take ownership and give us some original ideas. As a teacher, if someone gave me something and I felt like it wasn't an original thought, I would give it back and say, do it again. God gave you a mind to think and to create, and you don't need anybody else's ideas. You got your own, boo. Let them quote you. That's all I got to say about that, because there are laws that protect us. And everything needs to be done according to the law. The women in this group do a wonderful job at dropping the information on where you should go to get your stuff registered with the government. It's public every single day. Somebody is putting something in this group about how to get your stuff protected legally the right way. So pay attention, ladies. Pay attention. This group is a resource. You have a ton of valuable information in this group. Use it. Use it for your own good. All right? And do what you have to do to protect yourself. And stay safe out here in these internet streets, because there's a lot of people that want to borrow your ideas and don't want to give you credit. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. As somebody who it's happened to multiple times, it doesn't feel good. And the funny thing about it is, the people who have taken my ideas are people who have way more followers than me. And I just laugh. I laugh. I'm like, why you need my ideas? Stay in your lane, boo. Stay in your lane. I'm over here in my lane, doing what I got to do for me and my tribe. Stay over there. Keep your tribe happy. Build your tribe, right? So that's all I got for y'all. Those excuses, we're going to break those excuses right now, okay? We're just going to get rid of these excuses, right? We're just going to get rid of that, okay? That doesn't exist anymore, all right? Here's what else we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this. Hey, Ebony, we're ripping up excuses. And this is what I want y'all to do for homework. If you have excuses that keep coming up, they keep bubbling up in your mind, do this. This is a tangible way to let yourself know that you are different now. You don't make excuses anymore. This is how you tell your mind and your body and your soul that you are a different woman. It's a new day, and you're eliminating all of those excuses that used to pop up. They used to come up. They're not coming up anymore. We dealt with that. Okay. Now let's talk about procrastination, because a lot of people bring that up. Let's talk about writer's block. Procrastination and writer's block are a fantasy in your head. And the fantasy is caused by the fact that you're afraid that you might fail. If you knew that you were going to succeed, what would you do? If you knew your book was going to be bestseller, you would write the damn book tonight. You wouldn't go to bed. If you knew that you were going to do a TED Talk and you knew that you were going to make $1 million on your book, you would write the book tonight. You wouldn't wait. You wouldn't do it at the last minute. You're only doing things at the last minute because you're afraid that it's not going to work out. You're afraid that you're going to fail. You're afraid that people are going to laugh at you. You're afraid that people are going to humiliate you like they did in the past with that other time when you tried that other thing. It's your brain's way of saying, don't do it. They're all going to laugh at you, like that movie Carrie. They're all going to laugh at you. It's your brain trying to keep you safe. That's your brain's job. If you were going to jump into a lake or a swamp and there were a bunch of alligators in there, then your brain should be telling you to stop. Okay? Time to divorce procrastination. Procrastination is you just waiting to the last minute to do things because you don't want to do it because you don't think you're going to be successful. Stop thinking that way. Expect to be successful. And that's what you will be. Successful. Stop thinking about failure. Stop thinking about the unknown. Well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what if it all works out? What if it all works out? What if God says, oh, I did say Carrie, remember the movie? They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. That haunted me for years. I kept saying, what if people laugh at me? So what? They probably will laugh at you. But you laugh all the way to the bank, baby. Laugh all the way to the bank as you get paid to be on stage and sell your books in the back. As you get paid to talk about your book's message at the college or university, right? As you get paid to do a workshop at the local library, which is what I do every year, a workshop because the library lets you do it for free. And all you got to do is bring in your books and sell every damn thing you got. Stop thinking about failure and think about success and you will be successful. Okay. So we're going to eliminate. Can we agree to eliminate this? Can we rip this up? Can I rip this up, please? Can I rip this up? Oh, and there's other things too that go right along with the fear. The guilt and the shame. Those are a trifecta. Okay? The guilt, the fear, and the shame. Can we get rid of these? Do I have your permission to get rid of these? Yes? No? Yes? Yep. Okay. So we just gonna. Okay. That's it. That's what we're going to do. That's gone. Okay. So now what's left? Here's what's left. I have an offer for you guys. I got a special offer for you. I told you that my most popular book, it's not my memoir. People forgot about the memoir. That was a long time ago. My most popular book is called Your First Book Workbook. And it's for people who don't have the first book done yet. And it teaches you, it walks you through how to get your first book done the right way. It teaches you intellectual property. It talks about copyright, trademark, patent. Some of y'all are going to be inventing things. So you need to know about the patent too. Okay? Some of y'all are coming up with so many amazing original ideas, you don't even realize it. So my workbook is to walk you through how to get your first book done the right way, the first time, and get up. And all the mistakes that I made, I put it in there so that you won't make those mistakes and be pregnant for 12 years like I was. So I'm going to give you a piece of that book. I cut out a little sliver for you. And it's the best thing that I do because it helps people, especially people who are dealing with overwhelm. okay? And you're just overthinking. That's what procrastination is too. It's overthinking because you're overstimulated and you're just over and over. Your nervous system is out of control. You need to get your nervous system under control and get grounded. Get rooted and grounded and get focused and make some goals. Set some goals. So here's what I'm going to offer to you tonight. For those of you that are in this room, in this group, you are going to get access to something that I provide for my paid clients. You're going to get it for free. It is a resource that's free 99 for you, not for my clients, but for you, to get your thoughts out. You're going to get your thoughts out on paper. You're going to organize these thoughts. You're going to put them into a structured format, which is going to be an outline for your book. You're going to take all these scattered things around and you're going to put it onto this worksheet. And once it's all on the worksheet, it's going to be out of your mind and you're going to be able to breathe. You're going to be like, guess what I just did, y'all? And it'll take you about an hour. Guess what I just did? I just organized my entire book in one sitting using one resource. I'm going to drop the link in the comments for you guys. And if you could, administrators of the group, if you could pin the resource to the top so that they can grab it, so that it's somewhere at the top so they can see it, I would love that. As soon as we get off here, I'm going to drop the link inside of the comments on how to get the free resource. It's a brand new free resource that I just created based on the results that I've been getting with my authors who have been producing book after book after book after book. And if you've already finished your first book and you're ready to get started on your next one, use this resource for the next one. And you're going to notice a huge difference between the first one you did and the next one that you're getting ready to do with this resource. Okay, so this is a free resource for you. I teach you in the resource how to outline each chapter as well, how to title these chapters, how to make them juicy, how to create a hook. Every great book has an amazing hook to get people in the door. I talk about how to do that. Okay, so you're going to want to get this free resource because it's free 99 and it'll take 1 hour of your time to sit down and get your life together. Get your life together. Get your thoughts together. Get your stuff written out and you'll be good. Okay. Now, for those of you that have already been consuming all my free stuff, some of y'all been on my YouTube channel. You've been in my free mini course. You've been in my free trainings. You're in my free groups. You come to the free happy hours. You're doing the free for the free. Sometimes you get tired of the free and you are like, I want to make an investment because I actually want to have a transformation. People don't pay for information. They pay for transformation. So that's where you can hire me as a coach. And this is only for the person who's like, you know what? I'm ready to become a successful author and I'm ready to eliminate these excuses because I've been trying to do this thing by myself and I keep bumping myself on the head, running around in the same circles on the same damn thing. And I got these goals, man. I want to be on stage. I want to get paid. I want to sell these books, man. I want to do me. I don't want to be punching in somebody's clock all the time. Like if you know that that's you, and you know that you've been trying it your way and your way ain't working, you need to go on and hire a coach. So I'm also going to drop the link to book a call with me. I have 3 spots for next week. Actually, it's this week because it's already Monday. I have 3 spots. I only work with a certain number of people. And these are private phone calls that we're going to have. And we're going to have a conversation about your book and how I can support you with your book brand, because it's not just a book, it's a brand and it's a business. And if you ain't making sales, if you ain't making dollars, it ain't making sense. So if you're ready to make an investment and you know that you're like, I'm tired of just doing the same thing over and over again. Well, you know, you got to invest at a high level in order to get high results. You know, you have to take a risk in order to get a great reward. So if you're in that camp and you're like, thank you for the free, but I'm tired of the free. I actually want something that's really, really, really going to be deeply transformational for me. I really need to work with a coach one-on-one who's going to get get out their belt and tell me what I'm doing and help me stop doing it. Because you don't know what you don't know, and you can't stop the things that you're doing that are ineffective because you don't even know what you're doing that's ineffective. And if you've never worked with a coach before, oh my gosh, it's a game changer. Oh my gosh, I was rolling around for so many years trying to do things, trying to be successful, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it wasn't until I started hiring coaches that I was able to bust through my excuses and actually be able to follow through on what I said I was going to do. So I'm going to drop the link. If you want to book a call with me, I highly recommend that you grab the link quick, fill out the application. There is an application process. Fill out the questions completely. Don't give me 3 or 4 words. You're an author. My expectation is that you know how to write. So don't answer the question with 3 words. You better write a full paragraph so that I understand how I can help you and what you need help with. Help me help you, boo. Help me help you. Give me the information I need so I can show you how to succeed. That's what I do. This is the love of my life. This is my full-time job. I do this all day long. And I love it. Can you feel the passion? I love it. I love what I do. I've been on here way too long. Thank you so much for paying attention and listening and typing and engaging. I so appreciate y'all. I'm going to drop the link for the free resource, and I'm also going to drop the link to get onto my calendar for this week because we're already in this week. Okay? If you know you've been looking, you've been waiting, you've been trying, stop. Stop looking. Stop trying. Stop praying. Because some of y'all be praying, but you ain't working. You ain't doing nothing. You just praying. Like, no. God wants you to get up, go to work, do the job, do you, find the person who can help you, get the professional that has gotten results, and hire them. Stop making excuses. Well, I just do it. All right. So that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for helping me eliminate these excuses. I hope that you found value. And if you have, send me something that says, hey, I got value. I had an aha moment. I'm always on Facebook. I'm always in the messenger. Send me a direct message and let me know how this training impacted your life. I would love to hear it. All right. Watch for those links. I'm going to drop them immediately. Have a beautiful evening, y'all. Have a great week. I love you. Bye.